Now, once we get the second element, now we can figure out a mechanism to keep changing or alternating the images, right? I could have another image. Let me add another image here to the, let me find another image. So we can add, let's say I add a third element to the list of image URLs. I just add the third element, okay? If I want to access that, that will be what? Index 2, because we count 0, 1, 2, right? 3 minus 1 is 2. Nice. Now we got 3 images. We want to make it glaringly. If I click next, it's always going to be the cat because it's always changing to the second element. So we need to find a way. Okay, can't we find a way that every time we click, it keeps alternating the number? Maybe the first time I click, it's 1. The second time I click is 2. And then if I click again, obviously it would go 3, but that's wrong, right? But let's just keep it simple for now and just increase that number. So we need to find a way of doing that. So we can actually come here outside the function and make a variable to hold the index of the next element. Okay, let's say current index, that's the name of the variable. I'm going to assign a number. I'm going to say 0, okay? So this is going to represent, okay, in the images URL, right now the selected image is the one of the index 0. So this is a variable. Now this variable, every time I click, I want to change the index. The next time I click is going to be 1, and then 2, and so on. Now, because it's a variable that changes value over time, it's not a const. It has to be a let. So we have to write let there because we're going to change it later. Now, every time I click next image, I need to do the following. I take whatever current index is, right? This case is 0. I need to add 1 to it, so plus 1. Now, I need to make the new current index to be 1 more than the previous. So I can say current index equals that. So what is it doing? Okay, the first time we click, what's the value of current index? That's 0, right? We always read these things from the right, okay, in this case. So it's 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1 becomes the new value for current index. Because remember, when you have equal sign, whatever's on the right goes to be stored on the left. So current index is redefined as 1 when we click. Okay, let me revert that. This is what this means right here. Now, once we have this new value, we can use it as the index here. Instead of 1, I can say current index, because that in itself, the first time is going to be 1, right? So I click run, click next image, it still changes. You can see current index internally is going to be 1. So if I click next image again, it should be changed to the elephant because the current index will come here. Okay, current index is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore, the new value for current index is 2. Now 2 goes into what is here. So I select image URLs 2, which means the third element, right? Because we got to count from 0. And it takes the URL for the elephant and places it here and sets the new source. Let me revert my code to what it was before. There you go. Okay, click next image, elephant. Now the elephant's like too big. Maybe I want to define a height for the image here. So, oops, maybe I liked 100 better. Anyway, just for the sake of not having too big there. So you can always have the same.